want to be much more bigger like you. I have this little sister Lola. She is small and very funny. Lola says, I'm not small, Charlie. I'm getting more bigger and grown up all of the time. And now that I'm much more bigger, I can go on the super duper loopy ride. So I say, the super duper loop-the-looper is very, very scary. Are you sure? I'm very sure, Charlie, says Lola. Ah! So I measure Lola to see if she really is bigger. Charlie, I must be more taller than that. Are you tricking me? No, Lola, that's exactly how big you are. Then Lola says, but I must be big enough to go on the super duper loopy ride. I say, there are still loads of fun rides at the fair for smaller people. The Chug-a-Bug ride is really exciting. And Lola says, I don't think so, Charlie. Then Lola says, I have a good plan. I'm going to think myself bigger. Now I'm thinking I'm nearly as big as a sunflower touching the sun. And now I'm thinking I'm as big as one of those extremely tallest buildings. I say, you can't make yourself bigger, Lola. It just happens. Lola says, it's not fair. Why am I always the small one? So I say, there are great things about being small. Like, you get stories read to you every night. You get loads of piggybacks. But Lola says, I still really, really would like being the biggest. When Marv comes over, he says, are you ready for this super duper loop-the-looper? And Lola shouts, I am. Then Marv whispers, she's quite small for the ride, isn't she, Charlie? And I say, yup. At the fair, Marv says, the super duper loop-the-looper is gonna be the best ride. Ah! Yes, it'll make our hair stand on the end, I say. And our tummies go all funny, says Marv. I can't wait. How about you, Lola? I can't wait either. When we get to the front of the line, Marv says, hold on to your tummy, Lola. But Lola says, I think I might be slightly too small still. Perhaps that it would be a little more fun when I went on something for slightly smaller people, like the Chug-a-Bugs. So we all go on the Chug-a-Bugs, and Lola laughs and laughs. She says, you were right, Charlie. The Chug-a-Bugs is the best ride in the whole world and the universe. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when Lola thinks she's as big as one of those tallest buildings. Charlie and Lola, but I am an alligator. I have this little sister Lola. She is small and very funny. One thing Lola loves is dressing up. This is my favorite fancy dress costume, and I am not never taking it off, says Lola. Then Lola says, did you know alligators live in swamps and rivers where they are very difficult to see? That's because they're camouflaged. And you know, alligators lay eggs, not babies. And sometimes they grow bigger than even our table, says Lola. So you see, Charlie, alligators are really very interesting. That's why I am going to wear my alligator costume all the time. So I say, all the time, Lola? And she says, yes, Charlie, I am not taking it off ever. Never. When Mom takes us shopping, Lola says, I want to eat what alligators eat. I say, I don't think they eat frozen shrimp, Lola. But Lola shouts, oh, they absolutely do, Charlie. Alligators love frozen shrimp. And I say, shh, Lola, everyone's looking at us. At the park, Lola's still wearing her alligator costume. Marv says, have you asked her to take it off? So I say, a gazillion million times. But she says she's going to wear it forever. Then Marv says, well, she can't wear it to school, can she? And I say, no, she can't wear it to school. Of course I'm going to wear it to school, says Lola. And I say, I really don't think it's such a good idea. Won't your friends think wearing an alligator costume is a bit strange? Lola says, no, Charlie, I think they will all want alligator costumes too, especially when I do my talk. So I say, your talk? And Lola says, yes, Charlie, we have to do a talk in assembly tomorrow. It's called All About Me. And I say, but you are not an alligator, Lola. Don't you think it would be better if you tell the whole school about you, dressed as you? You could tell them about how you like drawing, and how you always hop into the bed, and how pink milk is your favorite and your best. Lola says, that would not be very interesting. Everybody already knows I like pink milk. So I say, I could help you with your talk if you like. But Lola says, I do not need any help. At assembly the next day, Lola says, my name is Lola, and I like dressing up. At the moment, I like dressing up as an alligator because it is my most favorite costume and it is my best. I used to like dressing up as a Spanish lady, or sometimes as a circus person. I could also dress up as a doctor or a caterpillar who turns into a butterfly. And the whole class says, wow! Lola says, I love dressing up because I can be whatever I want to be, and that is my best. Everyone cheers. And I say, well done, Lola. Next day, Lola is not an alligator. She has whiskers, pointy ears, and a tail. Lola says, meow. And I say, oh no! The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is, at the end, Lola dresses up as a cat. Thank you for reading with me.